Let's see if it's on. Let's see. That works. What's up, Robert? What's up, Dean? Can you hear me? Just make sure. I had to plug my microphone in last minute, guys. So I'm just seeing if yoo-hoo. Tragedy. We got some tragedy today. What's up, Tom? Okay, you can hear me nice. Jimmy, I'm okay. Hey, Scott, I got your email and the little bonus thing. Thank you, Scott. I appreciate that. Hey, Tom, long time no see. Hey, Jeff, a man. Slimy, monkey. This guy's number one. Who the hell are you talking about? Hey, Fred. Hey, look what I got in my hands, Fred. Tommy, I'm doing all right. Passed the test today. Got back and jammed out a bit. Well, you can't ask for anything more, Tom. That's pretty awesome. All right, let's just get right down to it. Okay, I mean, you guys are all here. You're all piling up. What up? I'm doing all right. Passed. Okay, sorry. You were number one. Oh, thank you. Gonna go see Fish this summer. I'm gonna try to. Hey, Anthony. Hey, Jerry. Hey, Timo72. First live Stitch. Welcome, Pat Dog. Hey, Stitch. Can I get a shout out? Yeah, Turd Biscuit. Sure. Was just watching your vids. Nice. What's up? Is this a lesson? It's a review. This is a review. The way it works. And I'm like really mad at myself because first I look like I'm wearing a Dr. Evil shirt. I don't like the way the shirt looks anyway, but no, because when I did my video, I forgot to say, hey guys, like make sure you get your questions in on the comments because this Thursday we're just gonna be going this Thursday. We're gonna be, hey Catherine, what's up? Thanks for joining. That's my student right there. Have I seen you on live feeds yet? Yes, Bobby, email me at stitchmethod@gmail.com. Bobby, email me at stitchmethod@gmail.com. We will talk. Yeah, so I want you to put your comments in the video so that when I reach for the phone on Thursdays, I can go through the comments. And really all I do is just read the comments and talk, about the questions you guys had. So this is a little review about the ending a solo. Now, before I start, there are many, many ways to end the solo. And I got a lot of like comments saying, well, can't you do this? Can't you do this? Yeah, of course, we'll get there. But I just wanted to do something that was kind of like easy and to the point, more conceptual than it was about the physicality or timing or anything. It's just the whole idea of, hey, Kevin, how are you? Hey, Flaming Red Tiger. God, when the words are just one name or one name or just one word, it's very hard for me to decipher. Like Doug Guinea or Doug in New York, which I haven't seen you in a while, but chime in. All right, so really quickly, that's okay. Hey, why do Dead & Company's tour dates not work with my schedule? Because it wasn't meant to be, Cheddar. Because, hey, Albert, what's up? Yeah, I mean, obviously, because you're probably going there like, ugh, oh, I hate this stuff, Cheddar. I'm kidding. All right, so here we go. Really, I'm just going to go through my comments, and let's see. Check out Bigger's Dozen. Your merch link is bad. Okay. I have to check out my merch links, I guess. I think, okay, this guy writes here, a big paragraph where he says, well, I think the bigger takeaway is ending on a root note. Not necessarily. Hey, Nick, how are you? Oh, Cheddar, what did the guy say? I didn't even see it. How you would jam over an acoustic guitar tuned in an alternative tuning. I don't know. Hey, Doug in New York, I was just talking about you, buddy. That's great. He talks about some classic rock solos, and he says, well, ending on a root note is important. And it is, but there are some alternatives, and we'll get to that. We want the OG purple Stitch Method shirts. How'd you see that? Jeff, how'd you see the purple shirt? Oh, wait, my wife? You saw my wife's shirt? How'd you know that, Jeff? Purple one. That's out there. Nice. Love your channel. Thank you, Paul. Okay, so I'm just going to keep on going through. Can you discuss around... somebody asked, can you discuss playing around with meter rhythms, such as using short runs in the 16th notes or triplets in the live feed? And that's from Jason B. And Jason, I can do that, but I actually told you in reply, I'm going to make a video about that. And that's going to be ending a solo with a peak. So I'll be getting to that soon. Let's see. Let's go through. This is brilliant. Thank you. Okay. Kevin, very nice response. It's a journey. The one is there and back again. Yes, it is a journey. Rolling Art Raccoon writes, hey, it's a journey. This one, it's a there and back again. Yeah, it's like a boomerang. When you're soloing, if you can bring people right to where you started, it's absolutely fine. Okay, so here's one. Ian, great lesson. Who thinks about how to end a solo? We're all too worried about how to start and play a solo. Here's my question. Do you need time Do you need to time the solo to end at the same time as the end of the chord progression for it to sound complete? And the answer is yes. So really quickly, this comes from, oh, Peter Fredericks. Peter, are you here? This is from Peter. Okay. You know, just to let you know, there's many ways to start a solo, but like, okay, this is gonna be like such like a Zen thing. Like, what's the best way to start a solo? Anyone out there? What do you think is the best way just to start a solo? Hey, Jason. Oh, hey, and Jason. Two Jasons back to back. Jason, here we go. Yeah, and I hope you got my, you heard Jason. Like, I'll get to that in the video. No, not pray. What's the best way to start a solo? And the answer is just start. Just start, right? And play a note. Yeah, there you go. Elf, what's your name? Elf Hermie? I don't know. Yeah, just start, Nick. Yes, yeah, start, right? That's all you gotta do. And so, like, here's the same backing track, and you just start. Right? Right. So, starting is the most important thing, but the whole entire purpose of this question is, you know, who thinks about ending a solo? And I think the most important aspect of a solo is to end it. So, and the question is, well, how do you end it? Well, yes, you really want to pay attention to that last chord. Like, you want to know whether it is, whether you're a guitar player in a jam and you're in charge of ending it yourself. You want to know where that last beat is. It's usually the one beat of the measure that ends it. For instance, let me see if I can explain that really quickly. So, like, here's 1, 2, 3, 4, then the D, 2, 3, 4, and then back to the 1. And I'm going to end it on that 1 of the A and let that 2, 3, 4 ride out. Okay, so it'll sound like this, like. Right there. Okay. And so, and I'm not saying that's the ending of a solo, but you want to make sure you end it on time with usually the first beat of the last measure of the solo. And I hope that made sense. And Anthony, did I just use a scale? I used many things. I used chord tones, I used scales, a little bit of courage, and a little bit of luck. Okay, so now, let's see. A solo is not a gateway to dexterity. It's a statement on the song. I'll take it. It's like a fortune cookie. A solo is not a gateway to dexterity. It is a statement on the song. Okay, cool. Let's see. Your human phrasing. Oh, this is from Graham Smith, who's been chiming in a lot recently. Your human voice phrasing is so good. It makes lyrics come to mind. How do you do that, please? That's a great question. How do I do that? Okay, so the whole do we use diatonic more or pentatonic? I use both. But to answer this question about voicing, how do you get your guitar solos to sound like lyric? Well, first of all, Graham, that's a very nice compliment, and I'll say thank you very much for that. Marcel, how you doing, buddy? That was good to see you. I'll answer questions in a second. I'm going to go over this, then we'll answer questions in the live feed. Picture being a Formula One race car driver, and like, you know, when you get to the track, you usually run test loops, and the whole entire idea is, like, if you really know your scales that well, if you know your song that well, if you know the field well, you don't have to concentrate on what you're doing as much as just what you feel like playing. So the idea behind that is, you know, you want to know your song, you want to know your scales, and you just want to work on your intent versus the scale. So I hope that made sense. So here we go. Okay, so now watch good night. Well, that's very nice. Okay. Let's see. It's going real-time screw ups. Yes, I did kind of screw up in that video, but oh, okay, Cheddar, you're here, right? So this is a great question. So Cheddar Kung Pao, my buddy. Here we go. So I'm going to read you his whole comment about this video feed. Okay, so yep, hey. So I was playing along to this bit and decided to try going to D Lydian, and I found it was hard to get the D to sound good. I had to treat it very gingerly. Might be an interesting topic for a video, and I'll stop there. Okay, so Cheddar, you made the same assumption that I did when I was first soloing like ever on Sugaree, which is we always think, you know, here we have a D to an A, and it's like, oh, okay, we have the 1 to a 4 type deal, but really it oh, sorry, oh my god, I'm an idiot. We have an A to a D. Okay, don't listen to me ever. And everyone thinks it's a 1 to a 4, and the 4 being Lydian. So okay, so I'll play Lydian on the 4, and the whole entire idea behind this is really this progression, and again, it is a 1 to a 4. Like there it is, A to a D, 1 to a 4. But musically, the last chord of a sequence usually likes to be home. Hey, Joseph, I hear you. I see you. And so really, this is a 5 to a 1 progression, just like Sugaree. You know, Sugaree is B 5 to E to 1 5 1, and a lot of people think it's a 1 to a 4. And so what Cheddar did was, well, okay, I can play A Ionian, or I can play D Lydian, D being the 4. It doesn't work out well, but really it's it's D Mixolydian, right? Hold on, give me a second. No, A Mixolydian, D major, because it's the 5 A Mixolydian 1. So it wouldn't work. So the reason in the video I said, hey, let's just use a pentatonic, because I didn't want anyone to like get trapped in that modal composition there, which was, you would soon find out, Cheddar, if you just like, next day said, let me really hit this a little bit harder, you would figure out that the A Mixolydian or D major would work better, because that's the actual key that this progression is in. I hope that made sense. So that's why I just used the A. Whoa, Kevin, my God. Love the channel. Thank you for the positive energy, hard work, and education. Kevin, that's awesome. Thank you so much. That's it means a lot. And I'll tell you right now, this is not turning into a Stich Method fundraiser, but I'll talk about the tragedy I have, and nobody do that. But I'm just letting you know, you'll see. But thank you, Kevin. That 1999 is going to go to something that is going to mean a lot to me. So thank you very much. That was very awesome. Appreciate it. Let's see, a bit of Arpeggio in there. Yep. Okay. Concept lesson's the best. Great. Hey man, long time no see. I don't know who that is. Elijah. I don't know if Elijah's here, but I did that video pretty much for him. He asked, hey, but what if you never want to end? And somebody asked, like, did I ever smoke weed and take solo? And all I can say to that is, no is a pretty, oh my God, Cheddar. Yeah. No is a pretty definitive answer. That's all I'm going to say. All right. So now, here we go. I'll answer some questions about this lesson. All right. Thank you, Cheddar. Cheddar, you don't have to do this stuff, but we'll talk about that. So I don't know if Tom, are you listening here? Tom, yeah, Kevin, thank you again. If Tom is watching and Tom knows which Tom I'm talking about, I was going to do whipping post. Oh, actually, before we talk about whipping post, does anybody? I know some people asked some questions about this lesson in particular, this ending of a solo. Does anybody have any quick questions before I shift gears? The whole idea of this, again, this quick review is you kind of have a safety net if you know that you need to come back home and you know what it sounds like. And so if you're up on stage at a blues jam or something and like you feel like you're on the edge of the universe expanding with no like reference where to go, it's a pretty scary thought. So if you know as soon as you take off, dude, I'm working on whipping post right now. Okay, Doug, we'll talk about whipping post. I swear. So if you know where your goal is, it makes your playing a little bit more calmer. A good idea is strap an amp to your back and face out solo by walking off in this. Yes, just fade out by playing music as you walk away. That's really good. So the whole concept is knowing where to end, because remember, to start, you just start. And I have some really cool news. We'll talk about some cool news first before we talk about the tragedy. I'm just going to keeping my eye on the chat really quickly to see if any. Oh, can the solo end on the same note that the singer takes off on? Yeah, absolutely can. So I assume what you're saying is like, if the singer, okay, so let's just say what your Higgs music. Okay, so say you're ending on the A, right? There's 3 chord tones as A major, the 1, the 3, and the 5. And so you could end your solo on the 1, 3, and 5 if the singer takes off on the 1, 3, or 5. Absolutely, you can do that. And I'm going to put that in another video about ending on a chord tone. That's right. So you absolutely can. You don't have to end on the root. Just you don't. You can end on a chord tone. We can talk about a lot of stuff. So you can also end on some like suspension type notes. But if the singer, usually a vocal melody, like usually I'll say 86% of the time, which is good odds. What we love about vocal melodies is their attachment to chord tones. And so if your solo is going to be ending into a singer's line, just, hey, sing that note that you start. What's up, Blue Ego? Just hey, sing that note and then find it and be like, oh yeah, okay, that's the third. Great, I can do that. Okay, so any other quick questions before I sorry, what is a quarter tone? A quarter tone? Did I say quarter tone? Chord tone. Yes, thank you. I speak fast. Can we play either a minor or a major pentatonic over any chord progression? Kinda. Yeah. Well, Yeah. If it's a major chord bass, you kind of can. Ending on a modal note. Does that make sense? No, I want you, Marcel, I want you to expand on the idea, like a modal note. I don't know exactly what you mean. I'm sure it makes sense to you. But for Patrick, if you have a minor chord progression, you really can't play a major pentatonic on that, on top of it. It's going to sound terrible. But if you have a major chord progression, you can play the minor pentatonics, and that would sound bluesy and rocky, and you should be fine. You just got to know what taste you want to do. Okay, so really quickly, I'm going to put this like the ending on flat 7 on the Mixolydian. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. All right, so Marcel is saying, well, if you have a Mixolydian progression, right, like say you have this A volume, A to a D, right? And so that would make this an A Mixolydian, making the special note of the scale the flat 7. I don't think the ending on modal note in this case will sound good, but let's give it a test run, Marcel, okay? No, a little bit of tension. Okay, I gotta resolve this right. Woo! I had to get that. I wouldn't have felt right. Okay, cool. Root it is. Why is A to be explained? Whoa, Doggy D. We thank you. We haven't even gotten to any reason to donate, but not that I want to donate, but thank you. All right, so let me give you the good news first, guys. Thank you, Doggy D. That was awesome. Like, honestly, like, it means a lot. I don't know if 1357 is like, oh, 1357. Holy crap. You donated your extended chord tones. Give that man a cookie. That was awesome. 1357. Doggy D. I'm with you, baby. 1357. That was awesome. Okay, so now, do you ever start off soloing with a major pentatonic and then switching to a minor pentatonic towards the end of the solo? Yes, and Elf Hermie, I'm going to be doing it in the mind of, so give me a little bit of patience with that, but you'll know when you see it, okay? And hey, Terry, and so I want to, yes, you can, but I'll give you a finite example of it, okay? Real quick, can you solo Locrian mode and yet still make it sound beautiful, like an epic solo? Not really, because you can, but you can't. I mean, the Locrian mode really is based off of 7. So in whipping, so I can't answer that question. I have to make a whole like hour-long video. In whipping, I'm sorry. In whipping post, 1255, 13 life. Fillmore Betts does this crazy pinch harmonic run that is beyond the beyond. Help! I will take a look. All right, so really quickly. Oh, Red House. Hey, Daryl. Is this Daryl? Daryl, my Daryl? Are you my Daryl? Like, let's see. Gonna happen in the world. Gonna happen in this world. Sorry. So, Red House. Actually, I have a Oh yes, hey Daryl. Well, thank you. Just to let you know, guys, Daryl is I don't want to give your business, but I know that you're having a child soon, and so like congratulations to that, and that's awesome. And thank you for all your help. I just got to get more organized on my end to make your effort that you put in even better. So. Didn't you do the major minor thing in an early video with a YouTube backing track? Yes, and that was in a blues setting, but we have some other things that you can do with that. Okay, so anyway, I'll stop talking. So I'm going to get to some good news, and then some bad news. You guys want the good news first, right? Okay, so let me give you the good news. So there's two good news. Pancakes, I can make a video for that, but let's get going. Is that a new guitar? Looks great. It's a neck through body. Yes, this is my Fred Tella guitar. It's a set neck. It is a set neck guitar, and this thing is a beast. This thing is a beast, and it has my little coil tapping here, which is awesome. I actually have fallen deeply in love with this guitar, and it is awesome, and it's great, and it's really eye-catching. Trust me, because whenever I teach my FaceTime lessons, my students are always like staring at it, like, "What is that?" It's not too heavy. It's nice and balanced. Jeff, yes, I got some good news for you, Jeff. So let's do the bad news first, okay? We'll do the bad news first. All right, so I started playing guitar in 1992, okay, and I had been playing for about a year, and my parents knew how like dedicated I was because I just sat in my room. I played my guitar, and I did my homework, and I just played and played and played and played. And one day I walked into a guitar shop with my dad in Smithtown, New York, and we opened the door, and I'll never forget this. There was this amazing Les Paul that was hung up on a guitar hanger in front of a tiny window, and the light was coming through it, and it was like it just, as soon as I opened the door, I saw it, and I said, "Oh, I want that guitar." And I didn't think my dad would buy it for me, but he said, "Okay." And I was like, "Are you kidding me? Right? Are you kidding me?" I'm like, "What?" And so he bought me my first Gibson Les Paul at the age of 13 and a half, somewhat. And everything, I think you know this, everything that I have taught you, everything that I've taught you on Stich Method came to me on that guitar. You know, that guitar has been with me through the ups and downs of my life, the ins and outs, everything. And every revelation, everything I ever had was on that guitar. So here's that guitar. And so here she is, right? Beautiful, blah, blah, blah. This is it. I've had, 13-year-old Stich had this in his hands. You can see all the little belt rash and war wounds. And so I went to go do a whipping post video. And I was going to do my whipping post video for this guy, Tom, who I met twice. Once at a Dead show and once at 1E. And I opened up the case. And there you go. Right there. Right there. Okay, so that broke my heart, and you can see it. I'm just going to pause that. I'm sure all the comments will come in. Yeah, this hurts a lot. Okay, so there she is. Yeah, so that's that, and that was in the case, and that really kind of stung. And so it's okay. It's okay. Yeah, it really sucks. It's okay. There is this amazing guy who lives about 40 miles south of me, and yeah, and he can repair it. I've sent him high detailed pictures. I don't know. It was in the case. That's what sucks. I don't know how it happened. Like at first, I asked everyone in my family, like a 1940s or 1930s, like film noir. I was like, "Where were you 3 days ago? Were you touching my case?" And so no, it just happened in the case. I don't know really what happened to it, but I have a guy who's very, very good at repairing it, and he will repair it. So I'm sending it off tomorrow. This will cost around $150. And so which is not too bad at all. It's just this happened on the day that that Gibson filed for bankruptcy. So like I contacted them, and then in the news it was like Gibson filed for bankruptcy. I'm like, and I'm not going to use Gibson. And I don't know if Joe Clark is still here. Joe, it was the day that I saw you. One of my students, Joe, who was right there, he just got a 1978 Les Paul, and I was gawking over the neck, and I was like, "Oh man, yeah, I know, Joe. There you go. That happened on the same day, right? As I was like talking about how great your neck was. So this will be repaired, and that's that. So that's my tragedy. Yeah, that's my tragedy. And so so it's sad. It is sad, but and so is life, right? So now, okay, let's put that there. It's going in the case. Don't worry. It's wood. I had a table that cracked in half out of the blue. Yeah, exactly. It happens. Broke the camel's back. Sorry, man. It's okay. It happens. This seems to have falls more than others. Yep. You can sleep with mine until you get yours back. Great, Joe. I'm gonna swing by about 9:30 tonight, and just if you want to throw your Les Paul in the car, and that way. So there we go. And so is life. The good news before I get going, and again, we can wrap up with some review. We can wrap up with some more review. But is Jeff here? Is Jeff good? I know Jeff, my man. That's why you always have several guitars, right? The Ingle neck doesn't help. I've heard. I don't know, but oh god, I knew that was going to happen. And I will say, like, thank you, Justin. Justin, that was very, very nice of you. And please, I'm not asking for it. It's at all. But like, I appreciate your intent of that donation, Jeff. That's really very, very nice of you. Okay, so Jeff. So I was talking to Jeff, and we were talking about how I met Neil and how excited I was to meet Neil Casal of Chris Robinson Brotherhood, Sick Girls from the Sun, all the solo projects. And I told him how, man, I really want to contact Neil. I don't want to abuse this relationship because I think he's a great player and he's on tour, and I don't want to be this like Weasley guy like getting into his life. So thank you, Justin. So I was talking about how I want to do a podcast, and Jeff was just like, just contact him. And I'm like, I don't know. And he's like, listen, he's like, Neil, he gave you his email. He obviously like respects what you do, and take care, Cheddar. Nice. Oh, Cheddar. Everybody wish Cheddar Kung Pao a good time. He's gonna go do his second Blues Jam. And so go get them. Go get them. Have fun, buddy. Go get them and tell them Stich sent you. No, I'm kidding. Go get it and have fun. And record a little bit of it. I think we'd love to see that. I know that Cheddar and I are going to be doing a podcast together as well, which will be a lot of fun. I've talked to Dave a lot. So go get him, Cheddar. And thank you for being here. So I emailed Jeff. You got it right. So I emailed Neil. I'll read you the email. You guys want me to read the emails, right? I'll read the email. I have no problem reading the email. Let me just find it really quickly. Let's see. Give me 1 second. Just gotta find it. Oh, there it is. All right. So I'll read you. I was wondering if you had any original songs, lyrics, man. If yes, can we hear them? Higgs, I do, but like, oh well, I probably be recording them soon. I have them in my head. I write them, but like, I never record them and stuff. My passion is teaching and watching people smile, like really. But I know that you guys want to hear some Stich originals. My wife loves the Stich originals. I think it's just because she's my wife, but she loves them, and so I might do that. But I'll read you the email, all right? Because I didn't want to bombard him. So here's my email that I wrote to Neil. Hey Neil, hope your days are finding you well. I'm reaching out to see if you're interested in doing a podcast with me, all about you, your history in songwriting, your singer-songwriter perspective, jumping into circles around the sun and into the Chris Robinson Brotherhood. But mainly I want to theme it around your perspective of the entire journey, the highs and lows, and have my fans hear the real mindset of a musician they love listening to. I don't want it to feel like a basic promotional interview. I'd rather have it sound like two friends who are catching up after not seeing each other, if that makes sense. I don't want you to feel pressure to talk about anything you don't want to talk about. Just the journey that you have and the love for music within and where it is taking you and where you hope for it to go. I hope this all made sense. I'm trying, let's see, where'd I go? I have no idea what your schedule is like. We can record a FaceTime call quite easily. Ever since starting my YouTube channel, I've dedicated myself to sharing my passion for teaching what I feel is cool, and your entire history to present day is cool stuff. All I know is Stich Method fans love your playing, would love to get closer to a guitar player and singer that they truly respect. Rock on. And about 5 hours later, I got an email. Hey, Ian, I'd love to do it. Let's do it. Neil. And so there we go. So we will have a podcast, Stich and Company with Neil Casal, and I'm just getting all my ideas ready for him because I have a lot of questions for him, and he's such a cool guy. So and the fact that he's open to this just really humbles me, makes me feel really good. And so that's that. Neil did some great playing with Ryan Adams and the Cardinals. Yes, he did. I've been listening to a lot of stuff, and he has a huge history. Looks like straight Fender head stuck in the back. Les Paul. Oh, where is it? This one? Well, that's my Les Paul. This guy here, that is the headstock to my Deadbolt by Fred. Minor and major pentatonics are so confusing. Watch my video, minor and major pentatonic, Mark, and also Mark, watch once you get that down, or watch my Blues Primer playlist, Mark. And what I want you, let's see, maybe you can connect. I know of Amar, but I haven't connected with him. Good stuff. Yeah, where was I? Mark, watch my Blues Primer playlist, and then watch my Wind Cries Mary lesson. That should help out a little bit. Okay. Looking forward to the podcast. Gotta go. Hey, thanks, Dean. Well, I gotta go too because I actually have to teach a lesson. It takes too soon. I was poking the broke one. I take it too soon. Oh no. Oh, that makes sense, Rory. I gotcha. So hello, friend. Hey, so I gotta get going. I want to thank everyone for being here. Just a quick review. Now, the way this stuff works, again, I like having all you guys here. There's a lot of you here. Rhythm playing improvement. Higgs, yeah, I'll do this stuff. Don't worry, I'll get there. I gotta go, but I will. Did you get the pics of the mixer set up? Yes, I did, Jeff. And it looked awesome, but I have to look at it in greater detail. Joe, thank you. Is that to pay me for not coming to your house? Okay, so I won't go to your house then. I won't steal your Les Paul. All right, I gotta go teach a lesson. Neil knows a quality dude when he meets one. Oh, thanks, man. That's very nice. Stich, have a wonderful night. All of you, thank you so much. Also, really quickly, can I ask, while you're here, John, that's all. Thank you, John. No donations. It's just, I also have another podcast coming out real quickly with the band Uncle John's Band. The guitar player from that band, it's a Grateful Dead cover band. The Jerry, the band, is outstanding, and he's going to do a podcast with me probably next week as well, because they have their 1,000th show at Skipper Smokehouse, And so if anybody lives within an hour-and-a-half drive of this place in, I think it's like St. Petersburg, Florida, get your butts there. But we'll have an interview about like how he attacks the mindset of Jerry Garcia. Really, really phenomenal player. But anyway, guys, thank you all so much for being here. I got to go. Albert, everyone. That's pretty much it. Maybe Grateful Shred too. Love you guys. Got to run. Okay, cool. I got to go. I feel bad. I can sit and talk here forever, but thanks for chiming in. And by the way, when I launch a video on Tuesday, get your comments in for questions if you have them, and I will address them in Thursday's feed like we did today, and then we'll be a big party. All right, everyone, have a great day. Thank you so much, you guys. You guys rock. Bye, guys.